Okay, we are live. Hey, peeps. I see Nancy here. I don't see anybody else commenting yet, but we do have 5 thumbs up so far. Woo!
Yeah, come on in, baby, take your coat off. Come on in, baby,
take your shoes off. Your shoes, right? Isn't it your shoes?
Your country stop.
Hi, Sherry.
Yeah, you got to take the blues off. Go that frown away. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Restore.
Oh my goodness. So you guys, we are ready to talk about the book woman of Troublesome Creek. From what I've seen in the chats, everyone seems to be enjoying it. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully y'all can all hear us this time, since last time I had all kinds of freaky stuff going on. I see Mary Jane. I see Jamie. I see Shelley Clark. How y'all doing tonight? Are y'all ready to talk about the book? If anybody...
Hey,
oh, Sherry says, I loved this book. Awesome. Awesome.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm just going to say, I did not realize this, but this book was Dolly Parton's favorite book of 2021, which is interesting because we're reading her book next.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, not next. Not next.
I was like, well,
after that. Because the next book, yeah, because we have, we have like books scheduled out 200 years, it feels like.
No, July. Oh, yeah, for August. What are we reading in August? I forgot.
We're reading the,
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Y'all, don't listen to this girl. I don't know why she thinks I'm talking to her. I'm not talking to her. It's, Lucy Foley is the writer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what
I gotta put that on my Kindle.
Yes. I don't know why, but The Book Thief is coming to mind, but it's nothing like The Book Thief. Those are like 2 completely different books.
Like the guest list or something?
Yeah, something like that.
The guest list?
I think it's the guest list. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Amy. Amy's here.
Yeah, I was already trying to read.
Oh, cool. Okay, so then we have Amy McIntyre is here as well. We got Alexandra George is here. Awesome. So happy to see y'all.
Hi, everybody. Oh, yeah, they're guest list.
Yes. So we have the guest list, and then we're reading the Dolly book. And I think I've read the guest list. And then
in October, we have to do something.
Yes, something spooky. But not, spooky, but, like fun spooky.
Yeah, not too... But how do we know if it's not too spooky? That's what I don't know.
We'll just have to do our best guess. You know what I mean?
I have nightmares.
Listen, I know, I'm not the only one, but I was listening to podcast before we came on here, and real life is the real nightmare, okay? Is all I'm gonna say. At least when it's written in a book and it's fiction, you know that it's, you know what I mean? Like, because I was listening to one just before here and I'm going, oh my goodness, no. So anyway, I see that a lot of people are coming in here.
Y'all, I look tore up.
Y'all, tell her she doesn't look toe up. She really doesn't. She's gorgeous all the time, right? Tell her.
I look a mess, y'all. I've been working all day. No, I've been working all day. I really just despise this haircut. I'll have to find a new hairdresser. I'm hot.
Don't you hate whenever that happens?
And I just feel...
When you're like looking forward to a haircut.
I just feel yuck. Yeah. My hairdresser... Yes. And I waited till the last minute because I wanted to have fresh hair for our trip, and...
Yeah, I know.
I don't like it.
It sucks. Anyway. It sucks rocks. All right, so hands up if y'all want to come in and talk about the book. So I know that a lot of you guys loved it.
I see it. Yeah, I see most people saying I loved it. Does everybody else feel the same way? I really liked it too, I have to say. I really, really enjoyed it. I've already downloaded the next one. I haven't started reading the next one yet. I wanted to do something else in between. I'm reading the Summer of Songbirds right now. But I think that's going to be probably the guest list and then the Summer of Songbirds. I mean, the Dolly Parton book.
Right.
I'm confusing everybody. I'm confusing myself tonight.
I too loved the book. I finished reading it, I want to say like about a week ago. So of course, pretty much everybody's name is gone. But I do know that I loved the book, and I have also already downloaded the next one. I haven't started reading it yet either because I've been, I get into my podcasts and then, that I get all hooked up until I'm completely caught up, and then I go back to books. So, Gina says I didn't get to read or listen.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the main character, Hussy Mary. I loved her. I loved the way she was written. I love historical fiction for a lot of reasons, but I like it for the fact that it makes me go and research what actually happened. And my whole family on both sides, my mom and my dad's side, are literally from the back hills of Kentucky, or Kentucky, as they say in the book, coal miners. That is my heritage. And I had never heard of the blue people before. I'd never heard of them. I was talking to my son about it, and he had heard about it. And he said, oh, isn't it from inbreeding? And I said, well, in some cases, yes, but there is some genetic, well, I guess inbreeding is genetic, but there is some other reasons for it. But that's something that I learned. I had to go research it and figure it out, and I thought it was very interesting. And when I went to look up the blue people of Kentucky, this is the first thing that pops up is this book. So I don't think it's something that's talked about maybe a lot in history, or definitely not what I've ever seen before. So I loved that part of it. I love history and learning about it, and I thought that was very interesting.
Same here, because when they started talking about, when she first started saying people of color, I thought she was a black woman. I really did. And so I'm reading the book, and then she kept mentioning something else, but she never really said blue people until like it was a little bit further, and I was like, okay, hold up. Obviously, they are talking about something that I have no idea about, because same. I had to go and like look it up, and so I was like so enthralled by the whole thing, because I kept thinking, I remembered at that point when I went and looked it up that I saw a blue person, as they call them. I don't know if we're even supposed to say that. I don't know, but I saw a blue person.
I know. I was trying to say in the book. I don't know what words are okay to say. I don't get in trouble. So I think blue people.
I think it's okay.
You guys let us know. Is that?
I think it is okay. Yeah, and because
in the book they called it something else, but I think it was derogatory.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, see, that's on Oprah. Well, I knew it was. I saw someone on a talk show. Class. Yeah. And so I knew I saw someone on a talk show. There was an older guy with a beard. And then all of a sudden I thought, oh, now I know what they're talking about. And they did say that it was
interesting. Okay.
Like there's something they're missing. And so that's why I think whenever they gave her the pills, now I don't know what the reaction was, but I think that's what, when they gave her the pills, they were adding that whatever that she's missing back into her system. Yes. And then it would eventually, she'd pee it out or whatever, right? And so then it would stop. And I was like, oh my goodness, can you imagine having to do that just so that people treat you normal?
No, and I remember reading when I researched it, that they would say the doctors would leave like a bottle of pills with the patients, but because it made them so sick, most of them wouldn't take it. So I thought that was interesting too. And I thought in modern day, is there not something else that maybe, I don't know, would not make them sick? Because I think it is still a thing today. It's just much more rare.
Yeah, well, I actually wanted to look that up to see how many blue people are still, like, if it's still, if they're still, because wasn't she was the last one in the book, and then her daughter, which I know is the subject of the next book, so I really don't know, I haven't started reading it yet, but wasn't the daughter was a baby of 2 blue people, right? So now there was going to be more. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that they probably are still out there, but I don't really know.
Yes, it did say that there were people, but there are lots of different reasons, I guess, for whatever the cause is. I thought it was very interesting. Another thing that I thought interesting was, and because my grandfather died when he was 92, but he grew up in this exact same time, in these exact same college. He would talk about depression and all of that. And it was so interesting to me when she got in the car with the doctor and he took her into the city, and how much different that life was there with hospitals, and you have other opportunities than she did back in the hollers, if you will, of Kentucky. I wasn't expecting that in the book. I wasn't expecting her to see like cars driving by and modern, I mean, as much as you could for that day, hospitals and things. So I thought that was very interesting too. And I guess family fear or lack of education probably drew them out, and drew them out to go into the cities.
Right. I think I was sort of surprised about how many people were still, like, what's the word? So against, like, reading books, and the bad things that would come from it, I mean, I just kind of thought, Shelley says the last blue person was born in 1975, but lost their blue tinges. Well, that's probably a good thing.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I thought the part that when they were telling about her going to the hospital and everything that they did to her, I wish the doctor would have shared more, or maybe given her some kind of, not sedative, but something to help relax her a little bit and explain what was happening. But he was so hungry to figure out what was going on that he would stop at anything. So, bless her heart, when the nuns were holding her down and hitting her and undressing her, and then they gave her a shot and she was out. It was so violating and sad to me. But in the name of medicine, I understand, where the doctor was coming from. I don't condone it, but it was heartbreaking to read that part of it.
Yeah, I agree. Me. Yeah,
and
that
then
was
not
hard.
to share. She never went to share it with her dad. She didn't. Yeah, she kept it to herself because she didn't want her dad to freak out. Another thing I thought was interesting was the courting candle. I don't remember if that's exactly what they called it. And that's something I want to look up, because I couldn't picture it in my mind the way that the author was describing it. But I thought that was really interesting too, how you would light the candle and then sit on the porch and any suitors would come. I had never heard of that either. I have heard of courting, but I had never heard of that. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and at the end of the book, I don't know about the actual book because I listen on Audible, but on Audible, after the book was over, there was like author notes, and she talked about the courting candle. And so I still want to go in and look up more information about it, like you're saying, because I don't quite understand either. I was like, like you twisted it up, and
I don't know. I thought that was an interesting thing to learn about. I know a lot of people in the Depression days sort of had a problem with all of the help that the government was giving. And part of that was, I had never heard of the book women before. They couldn't be married, although that changed, I guess. There was exceptions. But I loved how much she learned from her mom, her love of reading. And you think about riding that donkey or that burro for miles and miles in the heat, in the rain, in the snow. And those people were so hungry. Every time she went to the school, even though there was a scene about the school that was very heartbreaking, you were so excited. I was excited just as much for the kids because they were so hungry for anything, learning anything. And that one little boy who gave her his lifesaver.
I know. I know. I was the same. I was just, I guess I have a hard time understanding, like, some of the rules that there were, like, way back. It's like, I never got the gist of why she couldn't be married. I mean, unless it was they don't want them to take away from their family or something. But she came home at night, so...
Well, yeah, I think because it was a government program, they were just trying to help families. And so at that time, they considered the man the breadwinner. And so once she was married, she fell under her husband's care. And so I think that's
I got you.
The reason for. But I just kept putting myself in her position, and snakes and bobcats, and who knows what she's going to encounter every single day, and how brave it was of her to do that. But it was truly a love. And the book women who would make those scrapbooks out of just little things, and how the mountain people would write recipes, and I loved the dance where everybody was making the pies. I don't know if they call it the pie dance or something. I thought that was really good. Yes. Amy says she felt bad for the children who were starving to death. Yes, absolutely. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah. I know that the story might have been hard for some people because of all the things that happened to her. I get that part, and I'm not trying to diminish it in any way, but all of those historical things were just so cool to hear about. I don't know how else to say it. It was just, learning about, like you said, when they were like making the book with all of the stuff in it, and distributing that when they were giving the same books out to people like over and over, but they would have this one that they would make. And I think that's amazing. I wish there were, there must be, somebody must have one of them somewhere. I would love to just see an example of what they made and brought around.
But you think about Cussy Merrick, and she traveled those miles in all that weather and animals and everything to get to those people. And then when she got home, she still had to cook dinner and have a bath ready for her dad because she wanted to do that. And she would make the scrapbook, and she would wash the clothes. And it wasn't just a washing machine, she had to do everything by hand and mend anything. And you just think about, like, some days we're like, I'm so tired.
I know, right?
And you're like, you're not tired.
We haven't scrubbed our clothes and all this kind of stuff.
Poor Cussy Mary, yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So I really enjoyed the book. I'm so happy for whoever put it up and everybody who voted for the book. Thank you so much. It's not something I would have ever read on my own, ever.
Neither. It wasn't on my radar at all.
No, not at all. And I thought it was great.
I was also I was sad at the end when, and I don't remember his name. You guys will have to tell me, because I made it. We're leaving on a trip in just a day or two, and so I wanted to have the book read in plenty of time where I didn't have to worry about it. So I don't remember the man's name who ended up being her husband. But it was heartbreaking when they went to get married, and the police came after her. And, you know, the police, I thought he was a nice guy just based on some of the things they said in the book. I know her husband in the beginning was his kin, but the book said that, or the author said that, you know, he didn't really like the husband who was so mean to her. And so I kind of just thought he was a good guy. I just didn't see that coming in the end where all of that happened. It's like she was finally getting her happily ever after, and then that happened. And then the book skipped 3 years at the end. So I was like, whoa, wait.
Yeah,
what happened?
I thought it went, like, all of a sudden the end came. Boom! And it was like, wait. That was the only thing. I thought that it was a little rushed, but... Yeah. But I'm definitely going to read the next one.
That's a common theme in books lately. The being rushed.
Yeah.
I am too. I don't know when. After I finished, and I don't know if it was Prime Day, I don't think it was, but the second book was $2.41 on Kindle. So I went ahead and paid for it. But I looked today and it was up to like $8.91. So I must have hit like some kind of Jack's. And that was his name. Thank you. So I must have hit some kind of sale, but I was glad that I went ahead and got it at the $2.41 price. Okay, if anyone is interested, there's also a book titled The Giver of the Stars by, it's about women librarians in the hills of Kentucky. I've heard of that book, but I've not read it. Thank you, Darlene, for letting us know. Do you say,
yes?
Is it Jojo Moyes? Is that how you say it?
I say it that way. I don't know if that's correct.
I've read some of her books, but I have not read. Yeah. Does anybody want to come on and talk about what you thought of the book? We're happy to have you come on. While we're waiting, I was thinking. I know last time we talked about the meetup.
Right.
That we didn't talk about this beforehand, but I'm sure it's fine. So a lot of people have some book conventions, book meetups in the Facebook group. The only problem is some of them, like I'm like, oh, that looks good, and then we see that they're for 2023. So I'm hoping, because we're about to go on a trip, that we can kind of nail that down while we're gone and just have some dates ready. I'm thinking spring or fall. What do you think, Yvette?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to disappoint all you guys, but there's no way that I could personally do it in 2023. I just have too much on my schedule for the rest of this year, and there's no way I could do it. But there were some very good ideas for 2024, and so, yes, I think if we can somehow make ourselves work on our vacation, I'm kidding. Of course we will.
I think so.
We'll just nail it down.
I think we can do that. But all I wanted to say was, if you guys have anything, you're researching, you're seeing a place you want to go that has like some kind of meetup, let us know. But it needs to be in 2024. But I just think in terms of saving and stuff, I'd like to just go ahead and get it on the calendar and figure it out, and that way we can kind of go for whoever's interested. So, like I saw there was one in Vegas that was for 2023. There was another one that looked really good, and I was like, "Oh, I like that one." But and then I looked to see if they had a 2024, and it wasn't up yet. So,
we'll have
to see.
Yeah, I think your idea of either spring or fall though would be great, because then we're not dealing with extreme temperatures. Maybe. I mean, obviously anything could happen and we can't predict that.
I'm hoping.
But yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so anyway, if you see anything in the next few days, if you want to research, if you want to look around and post it on the Facebook group, we'll definitely give it a look. And if you don't know what we're talking about, we said in the last live that maybe we could go somewhere where they were having like a book convention with authors that would sign books and kind of meet up there and maybe have dinner or go shopping the next day or just have like a little fun girls booky weekend. I'd love to go to somewhere like Charleston or like a really with some character
I would
I'll
too.
be a character, I guess, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
I do.
I just wanted to throw that out there because I would like to try and give everybody a heads up so they can start saving.
And if you guys do have suggestions, if you could tag KRISTY and I don't mean to make it sound like, you know, we're like, you know, all prima donna or anything, but I get so many notifications. So if I see something from the book club, I'll make sure I go in and check it out. And that would be easier for us. I mean, I do go into the group, but a lot of times it's like I'm trying to read everybody's comments, and then all of a sudden it's been 3 hours have passed. I'm like, ah! So just to make sure that I see it.
You guys, if you don't mind, hit the like button on both of our channels. That helps to get the word out for the book club. And also subscribe if you're not already. We would love that too. Is there anything else about the book that you want to talk about? You know, there was a murder in the middle of the book. I feel like we didn't talk about, which was interesting. What else?
There was,
she got
but I mean,
married in the beginning.
Yeah, she got married in the beginning.
So many twists.
There was so much going on in this book. You're right. I mean, and things that I think I got overwhelmed with all of the historical things, and you just kind of forget that there was like all these things that happened. But you're right. I mean, like somebody got killed in the book, and we're just like.
I know. And then the dad buried it, and she was so worried she kept putting stuff over the grave, and the dad was so worried she was going to cause like any kind of people to be suspicious that one night when she didn't even know it, he just went and unburied the body, dug him up, and who knows where.
Well, it's probably good that he didn't know, but yeah.
Yeah. I agree. And thank God for her donkey. Thank goodness that donkey got her out of lots of jams.
I have to tell you, I liked the donkey. I was like, yeah, he was great.
I know. And then I also thought it was interesting, like I just lost my train of thought. I was thinking about the firefighter, but the women in the library, which it wasn't a library, it was behind the general store, and it was a place where they would come and get the books for their patrons, and they had to go. And those little bitty ladies, so mean. I was frustrated. When she ended up marrying Jackson, I can't remember the one lady. She was fit to be tied.
Yeah, because she wanted him.
Yes.
Yeah, he got what was coming, right, Alexandra?
He did. There was just some nasty, nasty people.
So, does anybody want to come on? Anybody? Oh wait, I got to give y'all the. I have to put
Was there anything that stood out to you in the book?
To me? I don't know that anything.
No, I just said was
to anybody else.
Anything else? No, yeah, I was just saying, does anybody else have anything else that stood out to them in the book? Has anybody read the second one?
I think there are some people, at least there were some people in the chat. I don't know if they're here tonight, but in the chat for the group, there were people who were saying that they had read the second one and really enjoyed it. I don't know if any of them are here tonight, though. The donkey's in the second one? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Heather. Where did our pictures go?
You had to be in the second one. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Oh, Estelle, you read it? Did you? How's the second one? Did you like it as much as the first one? Myra says she really wants to get the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there no pictures? Is nobody seeing the picture?
Well, it's been out for a little while, so hopefully you can get it from the library, or like I said, it's about $8 on Kindle if you choose to do it that way. Hi, Joan. How are you? Heather, you're halfway through the second one. Are you enjoying the second one too as much as the first? Sherry's waiting on it from the library. Okay, Estelle liked it. I lost picture. Did
I know.
anybody else see
That's what
picture?
I'm saying. I don't see the picture either. I'm trying to figure it out. But nobody said anything, so I was like, maybe it's just
Okay.
me. What? It's telling me I have a software update?
There
What?
it goes. It came back on.
Is it? Okay. Let me just... Can we?
Oh.
Can you remind me later, please? What is... I'm in the smack in the middle of doing a live, and it comes up and tells me I have a never mind. Let's just move on.
Yes, Alexandra said you loved how loyal her patients were to her in the end. I really liked the dad. He was really cool. The dad who met her in the middle of the trail with all the kids and all the wife and said, "You cannot come. My children aren't getting their is not done. All they're doing is reading." And how smart was she to find those like boys' life and Boy Scouts and all of that. And he came back and he's like, "My son can fish, he skinned a cuckoo, whatever." He did all of these things. And instead of getting flustered, because that was probably a really tense situation to meet an angry dad in the middle of the trail, I loved how she turned it around. And then he said, "Yes, you can bring more books." And wasn't he one of the ones that ended up getting in and standing up for them and kind of getting in the hustle and bustle when Jackson was being arrested? I think it was him.
I think so. Gosh, I finished reading the book like almost 2 weeks ago, and so I'm like, y'all know me. Bing! Everything's out of my head. Who's that?
Yeah.
Hi, Scout. That's
But
Scout.
I thought she handled that situation really, really well. It would have been easy to be frustrated and said, "Flustered, I'm not going to bring her any books," and she didn't.
Yeah, she did not fluster easily for anything. I thought she was very well written. I liked her a lot.
Yes, Joan was saying she was happy for the friend that moved to Philadelphia. I can't remember her name either, but I was so excited. And part of me was like, is Cussy Mary going to move to Philadelphia?
I know.
Like, I almost thought maybe she was going to go too. But then she didn't end up doing it. But I thought that was really cool that somebody got out.
I know,
of that
yes.
situation. And moved to the big city and got to go to a library. And then she said she even got a promotion and the boss liked her. And that was really cool.
I was really excited also because it was a black woman. It wasn't like one of those other ladies like who were so mean to everybody in the, you know. So I was really happy about that. I thought it was great.
And how smart were both of them, Cussy Mary and her friend, got in because they bypassed those two biddy ladies and went and wrote the supervisor with their resume, and that's how they got the job. Both of those ladies were very, very smart in how they handled it.
They sure were. I agree.
Yeah, Heather, I want to know more about what happened with her and her husband after the wedding too. That was interesting. Queenie. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Queenie, yes. Yes. I was going to say KRISTY, and that wasn't right. Yeah, I really thought that was. I was rooting for Queenie, and I was so excited.
I was too.
So I guess if the daughter becomes a bookwoman, I mean, it's got to be. Does it pick up 18 years later? Or does it pick up, or does the story start with her as a little girl? Because I wonder if it starts like 18 years later, you know, we're in the 50s now, and how different time would have been from the 30s to the 50s. It'd be interesting to read the differences.
I'm thinking if the donkey's in the book, I don't think it could be 18 years later. How long do horses live or donkeys live?
A long time, I think.
Really? Well, maybe so. I don't know.
If
somebody
guy,
read.
Yes, Alexandra. Yes, Alexandra, it was the moonshiner guy. It was. And he actually gave her moonshine, remember? I thought that was funny. And then that poor, sweetie girl who was pregnant, I think she didn't say she was like 14 and her husband was trying to steal a chicken and ended up having the baby there by herself, and the baby came out blue. Obviously, it ended up becoming Cousin Mary's baby. And hanging himself, can you imagine just
oh my goodness, when she came up on that, I was like, what the heck? I didn't realize, and then until we realized it was him, I was like, who?
Yeah. I kept thinking it was going to be her because there was a baby underneath. I kept thinking for some reason it would be her. But I felt so bad for her because obviously, just like so many people, she had so much enthusiasm and potential, and she tried her hardest to, she gave the sheriff her grandmother's prized beans or the doctor in order to try and get him to come and look at her husband, and it was just really heartbreaking that
Ugh. Estelle
it picks up
says
17 years later.
Yeah, there you go. That's good to know.
Okay, good. So the history,
Wow, this book had a lot in it.
The story ended with the baby being 3.
Oh, was the baby 3 at the end? Okay.
She was 16.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because they said 3 years later at the end of the book. So.
Okay, it's been a while since.
Okay.
Oh, look, my little sister said that donkeys can live upwards of 20 years. I didn't know.
Wow.
She was a vet tech.
So that must have been a pretty. I love it. Hey, Teresa. Hey, girl. What else is everybody reading right now? Anybody? Let us know.
Yes, because I read other books besides.
Like I'm reading. Yeah.
So I definitely take.
Yeah.
The Death of Henry. Was Henry the husband?
I was a little boy. He was a little boy at the school.
Oh,
who gave her
that's
his
right.
Lightsaber.
That's right.
So
you're right.
Eat this one. Yeah, eat this when you're really hungry.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
I saw that, Darlene. Darlene said, I read mine on the Nook. I read mine on a Kindle. It did the same thing. It said several pictures from the Kentucky Department of Libraries and Archives. Mine did have that too. I thought that was really, really interesting. Lots of good information there.
I'm going to have to look that up
Lots of good information. Yeah, it had a whole big section with tons of pictures and things of the book women on horses and, standing in front of the libraries and things, the pickup stations.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have to look that up
which
for
is
sure.
Good, too. It's so sad when her dad died. Oh, so sad when her dad died.
I know. There were so many sad things in this book.
It was a sad book, but at the same time, there were uplifting parts too. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I agree. I did enjoy it. I really did. Overall. But it did seem like every time you turned around, there was just something so sad. But, living around that time is like, is just bad. Oh, I have read every single book by Karen Slaughter, Sherry. Every single book. At least once. Sometimes I've read them 2 or 3 times because I read all of them and I'm dying to read another Karen Slaughter, and I got to read another one or one of the other ones over again.
So Darlene's reading Soulmate. I really liked that one. Alexandra, how are you liking Yellow Face? That was one of the Book of the Month choices. I don't think I ended up picking that one, but I really wondered about that one. I've been hearing a lot of buzz of it, so I'm interested to know what you think about it. Girl Forgotten. Just read Cortland Boys. Oh, I haven't heard that one. The Broken Harbor. Oh, from Tana French. You're reading another Tana French book, Estelle. Nice.
Cortland Boys.
Yeah, such a hard life from that time period. Did anybody read the Kristen Hanna book that was about the Depression and the Dust Bowl? What was that one called? The Four Winds? Holy cow, that was so sad. That was
that was really a sad book, but
Kristen Hanna. Is it Kristen? Yeah,
it is Kristen Hanna.
One book that I was like, I finished it, but I was like, nope, don't like this one.
I love all her books. She does such a good job, I think. Because the Nightingale.
Another one that's newer that No, the Nightingale's old. That's been out for a while.
No, I know, but I thought that I was gonna not like it. But I did.
Oh, then yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Letters from Sky. It's really good. I haven't wanted to put it down. Okay.
Let me see.
Awesome.
I'll look it up and see if there's a newer Kristen Hanna. Oh, here, I was looking up the Stanley Cups. I was like, what is that?
Oh.
Kristen Hanna. There it is.
If you say it, I'll recognize it.
I don't know, it's talking about the Four Winds first. Let's see.
Maybe it was before that one. There's one that I saw just the other day, and I was like, I did not read that one. How did it slip past me?
I'm trying to. Oh my goodness! It's so tiny. Books.
So you just started it, okay? You like our other book, Babel, which was definitely interesting. Okay. Joan, I agree. It does bring awareness.
You know, I think that
Portland Boys is nonfiction.
I think the Four Winds is the latest one.
Yeah.
Because then it talks about the Great Alone, and I loved that book. Oh my goodness. Well, hold on. This is something I wanted to bring up that I forgot. Oh, you want to see the cover? Let's see.
No. It's okay. I just said I have to see the cover.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that I was seeing that the Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek is on Netflix. Am I wrong?
Oh, really?
Well, that's what I saw.
I don't know.
Somewhere. Hold on.
I don't know if I want to find it.
I'm trying to remember where I saw that.
I have to say, I did not enjoy the Four Winds. I just didn't. It just made me. It wasn't even that it made me so sad. It wasn't my favorite one of her books. That's just my personal opinion, though.
That's okay. I mean, hey, we all have, like we're saying over and over again, not everybody's gonna love everything.
But it was like a work. Yeah, it was like a work for me to finish that one. That's the only one that's ever happened to you. Yes, she does a lot of research. I agree, Joan. That's one of the reasons I think she's so good in her writing.
I could be wrong because now it's like, now I'm not seeing it. So I don't know where I saw that. Where did I see that?
So if you guys are looking for something to watch on Wednesdays, one of you guys messaged me and I had forgotten. Somehow I got unsubscribed to Mary Kay Andrews. I didn't realize it, but she, during COVID, I guess, with 3 other authors, started this Facebook group. They're on Instagram too, and they go live on YouTube every Wednesday. It's called Friends and Fiction and Friends. No, I can't remember. It's one of those, and they bring authors on with new release books, and they interview them, and they have really cute banter. And I really like this little foursome because, like, one of the girls just released the book that I'm reading, and they're all promoting it, and they just went to Oxford Exchange in Tampa, and they were all there doing, like, a meetup. And I just really like the dynamic of the 4 of them together and how they support each other and support other authors. So if you're ever looking for something to do on a Wednesday night, they're not usually very long, but I've got a lot of good recommendations from their... they're only on for like an hour.
I'm seeing here where it
Kristen
says
just came out. Oh, Alexandra, what?
Yeah, it's called. There's a book called The Women that is going to come out February 6th by Kristen Hanna.
That's not the one.
I'm trying to see. What about Homefront? I can't remember if that one was already released or. Oh, no, because I bought that one already in 2012, so that's not it.
I can't remember. I'll have to pay attention. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not finding it.
It's okay.
So we'll figure it out.
I'm sure it's just one that I just missed somehow. Or maybe they changed the cover, and I just don't remember the name.
Not sure. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Did you guys see? I don't know anything about it. It wasn't on my radar. But did you guys see Oprah Winfrey has a new book out? And it's like a thick one.
She wrote a book?
Maybe. I think Joan, I think it was The Great Alone. I think that's was that the one before The Four Winds?
Yeah.
I think that's
was
one. Yes, Living in Alaska. That's the one. That's the one I want to read.
The Great Alone. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I've read that one like 3 times
That
already.
is it.
I love that one. It's really good.
Yeah.
Kristen Hanna's new book is called The Women. Okay, yeah, that's not coming out until February because I just saw that one on here. It says releases on February 6th, 2024.
Maybe that should be our March book pick. I think Kristen Hanna would be a popular author that everybody would like to read.
Yeah.
So maybe we can keep that one in mind. Yeah, they change the cover all the time, Sherry. It drives me crazy.
I hate when they change the cover. I do, because then it's like, I get so confused.
Yeah, I do too. But it is The Great Alone. Okay.
That is one of her best, as far as I'm concerned. I loved that book. Love that book.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how I did it, but I did. Maybe I'll put that one. And you guys, just FYI, if you're not following both of us on Instagram, you might see some fun content with us coming up starting Thursday through Wednesday of next week.
Wednesday.
So go follow us on Instagram, and if you don't know how to go to stories, once you follow us on Instagram, the very top of Instagram, there's these little bubbles or circles, and it will have everybody you follow who does stories names in it. So you can just look for Georgia Sunshine and the Yvette Renee, and you can click on those, and you'll see where we're going and what we're doing, and I think we'll be posting some over there, so we'll share.
Yes, we will.
Or I assume you'll be here. I don't mean to put words in your mouth.
Listen, that's always my goal. My goal is always, let's post stuff. And sometimes it's like, we'll get to the end of the day and we've had so much fun, like running around, and we're just like, did we post anything today?
Yeah. No, it's so true. So true.
Did we take a picture with this really cool outfit that we bought? Oh my goodness.
I'm not bringing any really cool outfits, I gotta tell you.
No, but you said that we might have to go shopping for clothing since you have
one.
So that KRISTY doesn't have to be naked half the time.
So is there anything anybody else wants to talk about the book?
Anybody? This is the link. If you guys want to come on board and talk with us, you can do that. Just click on it. It'll ring the bell for me and I'll come let you in. You can talk about the book, or heck, at this point, we'll talk about anything. We got like 12 minutes left. What else could we talk about? Well, it's my turn this time to pick like random people for a gift. So what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to do this little picking a number thing. I'm going to go to KRISTY's channel, and I'm going to go to my channel, and I'm going to do like just a random, I'll have Jim pick it or something, point to somebody, and I'll let y'all know. There'll be 2 of you guys who'll get a special prize pack from me. And don't expect it right away because we are going on vacay in a couple days, but I'll do it as soon as I get back. So I'll let you guys know who won. And yeah, we love doing that. So always come to the lives. Always come to the lives. You never know what we're going to do.
Here's our Facebook group. If you happen to be stopping by for the first time and want to join the Facebook group, you're more than welcome to, down below.
Yep, and I will type that in myself so that my peeps can see it. Whoop. I can't spell groups. Okay, there you go. So yes, if you are just popping
We
in,
also, both of us,
go ahead.
we both also have a new video up today. If you haven't watched it, go watch.
We
I
have.
think Yvette's got a really cool. What is it? Tilda box? What is
yeah,
it?
I have Tilda
What
fabric
box?
and Liberty Tantalon. It's Intrepid thread, and so there's two of them.
And
One
I
of
shared-
yours. You have a great video. Tell them about that.
Well, I was just going to say I am showing the Decor Seals Fall 2023 box. It's really, really good.
It is really
So
good.
go over and watch if you wouldn't mind. Somebody's texting me.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
if you guys don't
Well, I
have
think
any,
if that's all,
yeah, exactly. If you guys don't have any questions or don't want to pop on, we can just close early. I know that we totally always have tons to do, so we can get a head start on some of our work. Otherwise, if y'all want to say hey, say it quick. I'm in the middle. I'm almost finished with some of my blocks. Here's something that I'm in the middle of making. So I'll be doing that. Plus I have like some orders to put together. I have some of that. So if you guys have ordered from me today, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was the lucky recipient 2 times ago, and KRISTY sent me a great mug and other goodies. Thanks so much, from Sandra. Sandra, you are lucky because KRISTY puts together the best little packages. I'm not even kidding. Like when she's like putting all this stuff together, she goes, "You think they would like it?" Yes.
I just wondered. Yeah, I just wandered into a store and found a really cute mug, and then I was like, "Oh, that'll work." I just put something together, all cutesy.
Yes.
I think a couple people got that little one. I think I bought out the store in those mugs because they were so cute.
That's so funny. No, I do the same thing. It's like when I go in, I found another store that was like really kind of had like cute little things that, I was like, well, I would love to get it. So Myra says, so just being here gets
Myra,
us into the drawing. Yes.
See how easy we make it?
That's it. Just be here and you have a chance. Okay, well, I think that we should just close it up. I don't want to like sit here and just have dead air. So why don't we close up for today? And we know that we're reading. What on earth are we reading now? What was
Lucy
it?
Foley guest list.
The
Lucy
guest list.
Foley, the guest list.
Guest list, and that's going to be the
And then
August book.
What is the Dolly Parton book called?
Don't remember. Something about Dolly. Hold up. Maybe it's
Ah.
we're all like, what is it? Oh.
I have it pulled up, but I think here. Dolly Parton Storyteller
That's it.
is what we're reading for September, and then October. Yeah, October. We'll start working on that.
Yes.
Soon.
I will start working on. You guys, it's perfectly fine if y'all want to remind me that I'm slacking on telling y'all what to read, but can y'all just send me like a private message? You don't have to like post it in the group and like make me feel like about that big. Just kind of go, hey Yvette, you haven't posted that book yet.
Usually if there's a poll, you can
Well, it's true. If there's a poll,
if there's a poll, you can kind of tell what the next book is.
Yeah, if there's a poll, which there always will be a poll, whoever's winning, that's the book we're going to be reading because it's very democratic. I don't come in there and go, well, this one's winning, but I don't like that book, so we're going to read this. I'm never going to do that. So if you see something winning, that's what we're reading. And yeah, so we're going to have all that coming up. We're going to have so much to tell y'all coming up. So stay tuned. And I think we'll go.
All right, guys, we'll see.
Come and follow us on Instagram because we will be posting. Okay?
Yeah,
bye,
on our stories.
On our stories. Yes. Okay. Mwah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Love you.